Hello, and welcome to another edition of Kickstart with Ann. I thought it would be very interesting and more interactive if I brought you guys along with me today as I take care of what I need to take care of. Today I'm discussing laying the foundation of a plan. Most people do not get things done because they do not have a plan. All they have is a wish. In order to make your wish come true, you have to have a plan. So the first thing with establishing a plan is back to the basics. Writing it down, putting it on the mirror in the bathroom, putting it on the refrigerator, writing it down with a permanent marker and putting it on a piece of paper and putting it right beside your door so that each morning that you leave, you see it up there as a memo. This is something that you have to get done, and you have maybe step 1 to step 2. Maybe on that first day, you will write down the first thing that you need to do. Once you complete that, you can check it off. Take it down, and next day, write down the very next step that you need to take. Okay, so after you set your mind on what you want to do, and you've put that goal on paper, the very next thing that you want to do is establish how. Because you can bet your bottom dollar, whenever you say you want to do something, here's the opposition. Here are the barriers. But barriers only exist when you allow them to. Let's just say you're a mom and your goal is to lose weight by a specific amount of time. And you have children at home, so it's impossible for you to get to the gym. And if you do go to the gym, now you need someone who can keep your children, but you don't have anyone that's available or willing to keep your children while you hit the gym. So maybe you might have to actually figure out a way to work out at home. Now, when you're trying to reach your goal, it may not always be the most convenient way for you to reach that goal, but it must be the most realistic way. So realistically, you are able to work out at home, although you may not want to. So you might have to actually map out, set your alarm 2 hours before you get the kids up. Set the alarm to get up and put on your alarm as a note, as a notification, work out, go ahead and get that burn. So at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, you get up and you maybe go outside on your lanai area or right in front of your apartment and you go ahead and do a workout, or you go in the living room area or in your den. You pick out a designated area and you go ahead and you get your workout on. You put on your music and you start working out. Bam, you've hit that goal. I remember when there were certain things that I wanted to do, and I expressed those ideas to my husband, and he would come home every day almost from work and he would ask, well, how did it go today? And I would say, well, what do you mean? And he would say, well, you said you wanted to go and check out a salon today, or whatever it was. He would ask me about my day and did I get anything done as far as my ideas and the things that I said I wanted to execute. And my answer was always no. So he said, well, Antoinette, you need to start writing it down. To me, that was insane, because my thing was, well, I know inside my mind what I want to do. I've already set it in stone up here. I know what I want to get done. So therefore, I don't think it's necessary for me to write it down. To me, writing things down was a waste of time because I never went back to it. So it was always lost in the files. Once I became overwhelmed with that, I said, something has to change. And so I ended up revisiting the idea and the suggestions that John gave me. John is my husband. So I began to write things down. Not only did I write things down, but I set in my mind to let me be accountable to myself. Every day I'm going to remind myself to look at my notes. So in order to do that, I actually put a note in my phone with the alarm, and every day the alarm would go off and it would say a particular thing. And matter of fact, it took me, I would say, almost a month to get in the rotation of that. In the beginning, I would see it and I would say, well, I'm too busy right now to do it. But every day it would constantly go off. And guess what? By the time that 30-day mark hit, I had begun a rotation, and from then up until now, I have stuck with it, and I have been able to accomplish so many things. Writing things down, putting things on the refrigerator, putting notes on the mirror, putting notes in my notepad and keeping it in my purse. Absolutely. It has been dynamite for me. It has truly turned my life around. It has brought my wishes to reality, my ideas to reality, the things that I said I wanted to do. I wrote it down. I wrote down a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-step plan, and I was able to get things done. Keeping it in my head has not worked for me. Saying, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this next week. That has not worked for me. I have not been able to stick with that. So when you lay the foundation of a plan, you have to find out what works for you. Maybe the things that have worked for me, maybe that won't work for you. So you have to find out what will be your thing. Maybe you need to get a coach to help you be accountable. Maybe you need to get a family member, a cousin, or a friend, someone at work to say every day, hey, did you get this done? You have to figure out a way to make your dreams come true. Because if you're just talking about what you want to do, honey, that is only a wish. It will only come true when you map out a plan. Always remember that in your goal setting, you need to have reasons. Reasons why, how, where, what. These are all factors that you must consider. For instance, what do I need to reach this goal? Why is it so important to me? Who can actually assist me? How can I actually get this done and in the proper time frame? You need to list these factors. They will help you prevent slipping through the cracks and failing so much and so often. So in order to get your dreams and your hopes out of wish mode, you have to map out a plan and properly execute it. Until next time, go write down your plan. See ya.